Hi there, this is Nadia, the astrologer for people who don't believe in astrology but want to know about their forecast anyway. And this is the video about what Virgo people should expect from astrology in the year 2025. I am broadcasting from the Canary Islands, where it's kind of warm but not really warm, as you can see. And this is still December. I will post the video in January, obviously. So I will start with some more difficult astrological factors that Virgo people have to deal with in 2025, and then it will get easier. So one of the difficult ones are the eclipses. Eclipses, lunar eclipses, solar eclipses usually happen in signs that are opposing each other. And then one of the sign represents the past and basically saying goodbye to the past. And the other sign represents some future possibilities and fateful encounters. And it's a bit more interesting. There is something new and this is just old. And in the year 2025, the eclipses that fall into Virgo belong to this say goodbye to the past family. There will be a lunar eclipse on the 14th of March. There will be a solar eclipse on the 21st of September. And during this year, especially in the springtime, in September as well, something may start leaving you. You may feel like an era is ending, is coming to an end, or some project you were working on also has come to an end. Or maybe you were trying to achieve something, but you don't feel like it anymore, or it doesn't work and you have to drop it. Or maybe the identity that you have been embodying does not sit that well with you anymore. It may be a good thing. It may be something bittersweet when you are sorry to lose something. You are sorry to be saying goodbye to something, but you know that you need to free up some space so that something else can come into your life. And it can be something that you truly resist, which is not recommended naturally. If something wants to leave your life and if something is already on the way out, resisting it is kind of a futile waste of effort. But sometimes we need to resist things a little bit just to make sure that they are truly unavoidable. So don't punish yourself if you feel like you are undecided, you cannot let go of something. But if something ends, it ends, and eventually you will accept it. And it may be for the best, and it usually is for the best. Anyway, there may be this bittersweet feeling of maybe also saying goodbye to some portion of your still young age and accepting a more mature phase in your life. Now, especially the second eclipse, the solar eclipse in your sign in September, it will be heavily influenced by Saturn. Saturn is the planet of consequences, limitations, sometimes loss, sometimes just effort and hard work. And it will be opposing the eclipse in your sign, and it is possible that some of those things that you will need to let go of in the year 2025, life will make you do it. Saturn is very hard to argue with. You can bargain for some things, but you cannot have it all. So around September, you may have to set some priorities and let go of something in order to prioritize something that you deem more important. And it's also possible that the person who will push you in this direction will be your partner. And or how serious you are about building or maintaining a relationship with your partner, with your romantic partner, with a really good friend, with a colleague, with the co-author of something. It should be an important relationship, and you should be more or less equals in it. Now, Saturn not only influences the new moon, which is also the solar eclipse in September, it's also spending a lot of time of this year in the second half of Pisces, and Pisces is another mutable sign, and every planet that transits a mutable sign is pressing on your natal sun, and your natal sun is responsible for your storyline, for your identity, for the narrative that you are weaving. And the pressure from Saturn means that in this year you would have to prioritize, make some serious decisions. Saturn is a very serious planet, and also do the hard thing. This is the case for most of the people who were born late in their mutable signs. So for Virgo, these are the people who are born in September, middle September, until the 20th or something. And this pressure will disappear for a couple of months in the summertime. Saturn will be in Aries, which is not a mutable sign, in June, July, and August. So the summer months, this pressure will be lifted off you, and you will get a chance to experience life without this pressure. But then it will retrograde back into Pisces and will start pressing on you again. So the important thing to understand is that this time when Saturn is pressing on you and is demanding things from you and wants you to do the hard thing is a very good time to do something that is time consuming and requires a lot of effort and is hard work, something that will build a foundation for you. In your case, it may be something that you will do together with someone, or it may be the ending of the relationship, which is also a possibility, or it may be working on a relationship that's important to you, but not necessarily. When your sun is being opposed by Saturn, it can be just, I want to start taking my life seriously. I want to get some results. I want to do something that is meaningful and that has weight and that has some results that I would be able to show, at least to myself, in the end. So, in 2026, the first couple of months, Saturn will still spend in Pisces, but then it will disappear into Aries for good. So this is kind of like the last year and a couple of months when you can actually work on something that is very hard and that will have annoyingly slow progress, but something that will bring you forward. And again, in the summer months, when Jupiter disappears into Aries and lifts off its pressure, you will get a chance to experience the life without Saturnian pressure and get to enjoy it a little bit and have a relaxing, fun, nice summer, which is what I wish you had. Now to the good stuff. Another mutable sign that is very active in 2024 is Gemini. The year starts with Jupiter transiting Gemini, and Jupiter is a planet of abundance and luck and possibilities and adventure and wisdom. It's if Jupiter is influencing your horoscope this year, it means generally good things, and it's a chance to expand, to try something new, to have an adventure in something. And this transit of Jupiter through Gemini will last until the beginning of June. So the first 5 months, let's say, of 2025, you should spend expanding in your official role, because Gemini in your horoscope represents your career, your reputation, your social standing, what you do professionally. Maybe if you are an influencer, this will be your social media empire. Maybe if you are influential, not professionally, but during doing some social work, that would also be your 10th house. And in this official role, you are lucky until summer. So use this time to do something, to expand, to conquer new territories with your business, ask for a promotion, or if you have a choice between going for a promotion, a more important role, or going just for a raise, a promotion is just more aligned with the horoscope. Jupiter in Gemini wants you to have a higher standing, a higher status. So if you want Jupiter's support, choose a higher status over money. So in June, Jupiter will leave Gemini. For a while, it will not be occupied by anything interesting, but already in July, another interesting planet enters Gemini, and this is Uranus, or Uranus. I keep saying Uranus. Uranus is this planet that wants a person to live an authentic life, to individualize, to find their own path, to live a life that is more authentic, more real, not like anyone else. All of us, sooner or later, fall into a habit of doing what is expected of us, because for very good reason, right? We teach people about what is to be expected of us. Then people start expecting this of us and rewarding us for doing the expected thing. And then even when we already don't feel like doing this, or we want to develop, we want to try something new, this positive feedback that we get for doing what is expected of us, it keeps us complacent and stuck. And then Uranus comes and starts poking us and prohibits that. And it may come from this internal sensation that I cannot do this anymore. I'm just tired, sick of that. Don't want to do it. Yeah, no chance. And this may be what may be happening in the months between July and November, when Uranus will be in Gemini, to the very early Virgos, so those born before the 26th of August. If this is you, I do not recommend automatically just not doing all of the boring things in your life, because that's not how it works. You must wait until you feel like, nah, I cannot do this anymore. It is a feeling that is so unmistakable and so it's impossible to miss it. Do not invent it if it's not there. Keep doing the things you are doing if it's not an acute feeling of I cannot do this anymore, I'm sick of it. But if you are an early Virgo and you catch this bug, it basically means that this thing that you could do previously but you cannot do it anymore, it's not supposed to be in your real authentic future. And in this case, in the case of Uranus and Gemini, it may have to do with your career. It may have to do with the business you're in. It may have to do with what point of view you publicly represent, reputation as well, or some form of official. So like whatever you put on your LinkedIn profile, this is your 10th house. If you have a LinkedIn profile. If you don't, this is something that is officially documented on paper. And you can confirm this status by presenting the said paper. So yes, for most Virgos, this is a time to let go of something because of the eclipses. This is also a time to take relationships that are important to you very seriously. And this taking the relationship seriously, it can mean investing into relationships more, or it can also mean letting go of relationships that don't work, that are not sustainable, and freeing some space for those that will be working and that will be sustainable. An important area of life is, other than relationships, also your status, your career. Amazing time to look for, to ask for a raise, for a promotion in the beginning of the year, so until June. And then the second half of year, not for all Virgos, but for early Virgos, is a good time to start feeling, am I sick of something? Do I want to leave something in the past? Is something that I represent for other people officially making me sick? So to start some process of radical change in your official status. The lunar eclipse in Pisces in September can actually help develop some of the important relationships that are sustainable and that are worth investing into. And it may not be something that you have expected. It may not be something that you were building towards. But if you feel that in September, or in October, let's say so, relationship with that one person develops quickly and it has a lot of power, that is a very good sign. This is absolutely what you should pay attention to. So all in all, this is a year to say goodbye to something, to invest into your social standing, and to be attentive to the developments in the relationships that are important to you.